I am here for my final check-in, and I couldn't be happier with the results. I've been happy to share it with people. They're definitely curious because it shows. My weight change is about 36 pounds. I work at a ladies' apparel store, and I have regular customers. I've been there for 8 years, and they are all noticing. They said 14, 12, size 10, size 8, size 6. I went from a large to a medium to a small, and now I'm in an extra small. I'm also healthy and energetic and happy.
Well, most people measure their success with the scale, but is that really the most important number when it comes to health? Let's bring in John Jubilee, the founder of Energize Health. He joins us to discuss. John, you say it's not about losing weight, it's about losing fat. Can you explain the difference and why that distinction is so critical to our health?
Well, I will love to share it and to celebrate that young lady. You know, she lost 7 of these. She lost 7 of these. But most people that lose weight are not losing this, which is the ugly visceral and subcutaneous fat. They're losing this, which is their healthy lean muscle. These both weigh the same, by the way. So you can see there's a big difference between losing your healthy muscle. And so everybody that's on your GLP-1s, this is mostly what you're losing. You're losing your healthy lean muscle that is going to keep you strong, keep you powerful, keep you energetic. It looks great under your skin. It makes your skin look great and beautiful and smooth and healthy. And that's the difference is you don't want to lose hydration, which again, people on a GLP-1, most of their weight loss is healthy hydration and lean muscle mass. But on the Energize Health protocol, no, we want you to be healthy at the cellular level. The side effect is you just so happen to lose visceral fat and subcutaneous fat, but you gain muscle and you gain hydration, Eric. That's the big difference.
So, John, it's very interesting because, you know, they say muscle weighs more than fat, and you're showing that right there because if it was the same size at muscle, it would weigh more. And a lot of people lose both fat and muscle when they're just on GLP. So this would be a better alternative, yes?
Well, way better because you never, ever, ever want to lose your lean muscle. So all the recent scientific studies say one thing guarantees longevity and high quality of life when we're senior citizens, which I am, by the way. It is your strength. So the stronger we are and the more lean muscle we have, the longer we're going to live a high quality of life. So unless you want to be laying down in a nursing home and having people do the bedpan and change your diapers and take care of you like that, you never, ever, ever want to lose the lean muscle. You only want to lose fat.
All right, John, I got about a minute or so. Just tell us, so can you repair a damaged metabolism, and how do you do that?
You can totally do it. There's a triangulation between your thyroid, your pituitary, and your hypothalamus. And this is one of the things for 28 years we've been helping people with our patent pending science of intracellular hydration. We reset that back like when you were 17 years old. So even if you did a GLP-1, God bless you, you know, you made a mistake, but you can still fix it. You can get that metabolism reset, gain back your healthy muscle, gain back your healthy hydration, and keep the fat off.
Awesome. Awesome. Really good to have you. John Jubilee, always good. Energize Health, folks. Thank you, John. Happy Senior Citizen Day. It's so hard. It's hard for us, I guess. Thank you. Appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Okay, our next guest is a political strategist and campaign advisor who fights against the evilness of the Democrats. She's a co-host on the Her Take podcast, one of the PBD podcasts. Well, welcome back to Lindy Lee. Lindy, every time you're on, we always have a lot to cover. Let's start with the Schumer shutdown, which finally ended. You know, let's point out that Dick Durbin, Illinois Senator Dick Durbin, joined the Republicans. First of all, Chuck Schumer's really getting it from his own side. Tell us, is Chuck Schumer pretty much dead man walking as far as politics go going forward?
Absolutely is. And Eric, it's so good to be with you. Chuck Schumer did the right thing in March by working with President Trump to keep the government open. But the liberals and the progressives came after him with pitchforks during his book tour. So he learned his lesson that he needed to fight hard against Trump because he's terrified of a primary challenge from AOC. But you're absolutely right. He's a dead man walking. It's just a matter of time now. He knows that the writing's on the wall and they're going to come after him.
So do me a favor. And the reason why I'm asking Lindy this, folks, is because Lindy was a Democrat. She was part of that party until her got her senses, her wits about her, and she
I'm
realized
sorry
that
it took so long.
we are too. We're glad you're here. The question is, where is that party? I mean, it's fighting. Are they? I'm speaking for them. Are we socialists? Do we want to become Marxist? Are we, moderate centrists that don't seem to be able to get anything done as well? They're in an identity crisis. What do you see? You were there from this side. What do you see looking back in?
I'm thinking that running against people like Zohran Mamdani, Marxist Mamdani, running against Jasmine Crockett, Ilhan Omar, what's her name, AOC, all these people, that is ideal for the Republican Party. They are the right enemies to have, okay? They are lurching to the left to see who can out-socialist the other. I was born in a communist regime, and I can tell you that it means nothing but chaos and pain and pandemonium and suffering for the people involved. It's just such a shame that they want to bring that system here. It is un-American, it's anti-American, and anathema to everything that we believe in.
So how, Lindy, how in a city with so many Jews, so many gay and lesbian people, does a Muslim get elected when he basically says, if Bibi Netanyahu were to step foot in New York, we'd arrest him. And we know that in part of Islam, if you're gay, they throw you off buildings. Literally, you're an infidel. You deserve to die. How does a man like that get elected in a city, and where are they headed?
Which is exactly what I'm saying. I want this guy to be the face of the Democratic Party. Because going into 2026, he is the ideal adversary. Running against somebody like him, running against somebody who says he wants to seize the means of production, that is terrifying. And where do you think he's going to get the money to pay for all the boondoggles that he wants to have? All the billionaires are leaving. Who do you think is going to pay for that?
And I don't know. I don't know who's paying for it. And even worse, what's going to happen is when those folks leave, and they will, no one wants, you're already, when I was there, if you're, a certain income level or up, based on everything, federal, state, local, you're paying somewhere around 55, 57% of your income already before they try and figure out how they're going to pay for all this free stuff, which could push it into the 60% level. Of course they're going to leave. They're going to come to Florida and Texas. But the problem isn't that they're leaving. The problem is everyone who sees free stuff is going to go there. So they'll have a vote. They'll have the bodies to vote, right? And they'll continue this. It's a horrible, horrible circular firing squad that they're creating for the country, not just for the Democrat Party, the country. It's spreading. How do you stop it?
Yes, and you know why they're doing that, though? It's for the congressional districting.
Right.
The more illegals they have in a state, the more federal power they have and the more congressional seats. And according to some studies, California would lose 2 to 3 congressional seats if it weren't for illegals. And on a national level, Democrats would lose 20 seats if it weren't for illegals.
Not anymore.
So they use illegals as padding.
California's gonna redistrict. They're gonna gerrymander into losing no seats. They may even gain seats, which is insane. But go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Oh, no, you're totally right, though. Everything, they know that their platform doesn't appeal to the American people, so they have to force it down our throats another way. So they beckon all the legal aliens, come over here, we'll give you free healthcare, free education, free housing. We're spending $150 billion a year on illegals. Meanwhile, Americans don't have healthcare. Americans don't have enough to eat. How is this fair? No. Since when was putting Americans first bigoted? It should be the highest act of patriotism and love to put Americans first. Not illegal aliens, but of American people who have actually paid into the system, people who actually love our country, who are willing to assimilate, who are willing to speak English.
You're speaking so much truth. I love to hear you on this side. And by the way, Fetterman should be a Republican now, too.
By the way, I was saying this 7 years ago. I said to AOC, I'd rather vote for Trump than Bernie Sanders 7 years ago. She tried to crucify me for saying this. So I've actually been pretty consistent. I thought I was just going to be the conservative voice on the Democratic Party, but they got too crazy. I can't even be there anymore.
I love it. We love it. Lindy Lee, by the way, that podcast that Lindy's a co-host is called Her Take, and it's part of the PBD podcast groups. Great show, great host. Lindy, we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you for your time, my friend.
You're awesome. Thank you, Eric.
All right. We'll be back 2.5 minutes.